Hello, everyone. Hey, Gretchen, Denise, Rachel, Sandra, Susan, Linda, Cheryl, Jen. Hello. Hey, Lori. How is everyone? Julia, hello. Lisa will still not be on tonight. So I'm going to have to hire my assistants again this evening. They are still without power. No internet, of course. Cell service is hit or miss. So yes, Houston is a mess right now. Let's just say that. So they have not moved, but are staying with her daughter who does have power and air conditioning. So they had to ship the animals, she and her husband, all that stuff over there. So they at least have air conditioning because it's super hot. But everything else is, up in the air. So hopefully they get power back soon. And I know like all the linemen and the people that do all that are busy and hard at work down there. So hopefully they get everything back in order. And they don't have water either because the water plant has no power. So fun times in Texas. Fun times. So yeah. So thoughts, prayers, good vibes, all the good things for Lisa and them. So we played with a bunch, all 12. I'm looking at all 12 of the spritzes, the new Distress Spritz sprays the other night. I kind of swatched out or sprayed all 12. We do have these at Honeybee. They're super cool. I had not played with them until Monday night. And so you guys got to see my initial reaction, I guess. I don't know what to call that. But I had fun playing with those. And I'm going to be creating a card with some paper that I sprayed. And I would show you all of the little panels that I made the other day, but I may have mentioned Monday night that I started testing dies for the fall release, and I may have gotten a little excited and done a bunch of die cuts out of those panels that we spritzed. So you may have to wait just a little bit to got all 12. Yeah, they're fun. They're cool. To look at those, but they're really cool. And I'm going to play with it tonight. So before we go very far, I want to remind everybody that we have a card class coming up, which is super fun for me. I thoroughly enjoy the card classes. It is on July 27th, and it is like a fun, fold, beachy, summery card. And I'm calling it the Warmest Wishes card class. If you want more information about our card class, I'm going to add it in the description box below this live stream. There is a coupon code for the class collection where you can get everything at a little bit of a discount. And I always try to add like everyday staple items like glue, blending brushes. Every single color of the Distress Oxides are in that collection. So even if I'm not using, let's say, a purple in the class, if you need a purple, then I suggest you grab it. Paper, I try to add like all those staples in there so you can get it at a little bit of a discount. So join me for that on July 27th. It's going to be here before we know it. And then next month, August, is our fall release. So I'm super excited. And speaking of fall, I am turning in, shocker, I know, after Monday night, I'm turning some of my sprayed pieces or a sprayed piece into a fall card. We're wishful thinking here. After, I saw somebody mention that it was 104 in Spokane. Holy smokes. That is crazy. But I am wishful thinking for fall here. So I'm going to start out the background that my die cuts are going to be on is using our 3D burlap embossing folder. Nothing says fall more than a little bit of burlap, I think. So I have embossed this sheet of craft cardstock And I am going to actually add some of those little kind of messy spritzes with our little spritzes we have here. And I need to know what color you think. I'm thinking of going with the green, not that one. Oh, well, that one, this one's a possibility. The peeled paint. I'm thinking of going with this one. I'm thinking of that or walnut stain. Now, my card base, let me show you. My card base is this color. So I'm thinking, do I add the little sparkles of green back in there, or do I go totally rogue and add the walnut stain and it be like different? What are you guys thinking here? And so that's kind of my thoughts here, because on our card and on for the die cuts, I cut this maple leaf that is from our Lovely Layers fall foliage. I always have trouble saying the word foliage. I cut it out of some of that spritzed cardstock. So walnut, I say peeled paint would be lovely with that. I was thinking too, green. I'm trying to pull in a little bit of green. There's a little bit in the maple leaves that I didn't do both. Oh, I could do both. Who was that said that? Deb said that. Don't tempt me with a good time, Deb. Okay, let's do that, because why not, right? And let's play. Let's have some fun. Okay, so the goal here, if I can do it, is I want just those little kind of splatteries that you see like in, just a little twinkle back there in the background. So this is the walnut stain. And as some of you remember, it comes out almost like a charcoal looking color at first. When you tilt it in the light, it does give some of the brown. And I don't know whether to do it like this or to undo this and kind of, let's try this, because what do we do? If I goof it up, what do? Cut some more paper. Like I don't have enough paper to supply all of us. Okay, so I'm going to try this. So I'm going to take the nozzle out very carefully, and I'm going to kind of, oh yes. Okay, I'm liking that. And I think that's all I'm going to do of the walnut stain. Now see how dark that comes out? It comes out almost, I want to say very black soot-ish, but when it dries, it's going to have the pretty sparkle. Let me come in a little bit, and I am going to tilt it in the light, and we'll see if on the the burlap background, if it's going to catch. It may not catch a whole lot, the shimmer. Okay, let's do the same thing with the peeled paint. So I'm going to give it a shake here. It's a burlap. Thank you, Jen. Yes, it's a burlap embossing folder. So this is the burlap embossing folder. This is one of the last ones that we did that is A2 size. All of our newer embossing folders we've made much larger to accommodate those of our friends who like to make 5x7 cards. And so that's the burlap, but so awesome I especially pull this one out in the fall. And because, we can dream about fall weather, right? Okay, peeled paint. So that one, I did the little nozzle trick. So wah, wah, wah. You know what? It's going to be fine. I'm not gonna change anything, because you know what? We're going to cover it up. There's no mistakes, right? No mistakes. But now with that green blob on there, you're going to be able to see all the shimmer in the peeled paint. Peeled paint, if you are one that is going to do a bunch of leaves and things like that with this spritz, peeled paint would be my go-to green. There is also the Twisted Citron, but this is like this is almost like a chameleon spritz. It comes out a little almost brown, believe it or not, but then when you tilt it in the light, you see all of that Twisted Citron mica that is in there. So if you're going to use it, you know, to do die cuts and things like that, then I would recommend the peeled paint. So I am actually going to set this aside, and I'm going to let all of our little messy splatters dry. And then while we're doing that, I am going to stamp my sentiment. So I have chosen one of our last year's fall sentiment sets. This one is called Heartfelt Hello. Has a lot of great little kind of fall fun greetings in it. And I am going to stamp this on just a circle. And I have chosen our stitched circles, which I think we have retired, but you can use any circle that you have. And I'm going to put this, let's just go ahead and just for good measure, let's stick it down there in the corner so Kelley doesn't mess it up. But I think I want to stamp with heartfelt thanks because I do a lot of thank you cards. And, you know, we always need thank you cards, right? So let me pull this up. And I'm going to put this down here. Like so, and it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but I do want to get it, you know, kind of in the center of the circle. So I'm going to pick that up. Now I am going to use my anti-static powder because I am going to emboss this with gold embossing powder. Let's see here. Thank you, Denise. See? I'm going to tell you guys need a raise, right? You need a raise for all my helpers. Yes, so this is Heartfelt Hello. The leaf that I am using is from Lovely Layers Fall Foliage and the burlap embossing folder. Now, I did stamp this with our embossing sticky ink, and I'm going to cover this with Brutus Monroe Gilded Embossing Powder. This is my very favorite gold. And let's see here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this and use my tweezers, and then I'm just going to give this a little dippity doo-dah here. I know that is probably not the best way to do that. Not too shabby though. Because I am testing dies for the fall release, my craft room is turned upside down right now. And my coffee filters that I normally pour into are way over out of my reach. And so we're just going to do a dip here. So let's get this. Love it. Yes, it's a good one. Marcia said she loves the gold as well. So let's get this all nice and smooth and sparkly. Okay, and then I'm just going to set this aside and let that embossing powder kind of set up a little bit. Okay, now let's get to the fun stuff. Let's get to the die cuts that I created. Okay, so this is the paper that I started spritzing. I actually took a longer little scrap sheet. And do you remember the one? Let me get here so I can chat with all my friends here. Do you remember the piece of paper that we spritzed and somebody said, ooh, mix all the fall ones together, just like whoever it was that says do both colors on that. So it is the let me tell you. It is fossilized amber, which is very gold, remember. So if you were going to, like, for the holidays or for something like that, all of this that reads very gold right there is fossilized amber. Very shimmery, very gold. Okay, the other color that you'll notice that was a new addition is the greens in this. That is that pretty peeled paint. Okay. And then we had the spiced marmalade. The spiced marmalade is the orangey color in this. So let me tilt it right here. Not the gold or the yellow gold right here, but this orangey color, spiced marmalade. Very pretty. The fourth one, because Kelley doesn't know when to leave well enough alone, is barn door. So anywhere that you're getting just a little bit, like right up in here and right across here, that's the red of the barn door. Okay. So as you can see, when you mix those four together, you get a very beautiful fall blend that's going to be great for leaves. So let's look at the leaves that I cut. So here is that pretty maple leaf. And I was thinking, do you think that we're going to get all the beautiful embossing when we die cut it? Is it going to press into all that shimmer? Yes, it does. So here's one. Here's another. And if I tilt it in the light, you're going to see all the different colors kind of pop out. There's another. Now here's one, and you can see where it's very spritzy. Do you see the white paper that's still underneath? It's very spritzy. That's a technical term, spritzy. And then here we have one. I love that peeled paint. You can see the spiced marmalade here. You're seeing the fossilized amber up here, maybe a little bit of barn door. I am just in love. I went bananas the other night, Monday, and was telling you guys all about like the fall. Like I love fall blends and things. And so super excited. So this is how we're going to put this card together tonight. So let me go back down here and let me quit chit-chatting, talking your ear off. All right. So here is our splattered background that I made a mess, but we're going to cover him up. And I am going to use my big roll of foam, and we're going to pop this up just a little bit. And let's see here. Got my scissors, tilt that over, and both sides, I don't know if some of you have this burlap embossing folder. Both sides of it are beautiful. So there's really not, you know, with embossing folders, normally there's like a right and a wrong side. This one, there's really not. You could use either side. So I like that as well. So let's put this down and clip it off. Oops. And let's get right here. There we go. Give that a little pat. And then let's pull these off. And it's going to be pretty. Now you can see from my choice of solid colored cardstock, I was really trying to pull out that peeled paint color in our little spritz here. So I'm going to get way over the top, and I'm sorry if my head gets in the way. I want to get that pretty straight. Now let's see here what it's looking like. Really pretty, I think. Okay, now this is the idea that I had. Oh man, I should have not put that on yet. This is what happens when Kelley talks. Okay, so my idea is to give this almost like some falling leaves, like arrange them kind of, I don't know, like ish so. And then we're going to pop our sentiment up something like that. Do we like that? What do you think, guys? With the leaves, and I want this guy is going to have to go up here because I like that green. This one has a bunch of green that I like on it. So I'm going to move him. There is a method to the madness here. Move him where I can see that. like so. And then this guy, he's going to go under there because I want that green to kind of stand out. And then this is going to be right along in here like that. What do you guys think? Lovely. I think so too. And really, this is so easy, this card, because really that spritz and stuff, there's like no ink blending. There's none of that. I literally spritz the paper all down, let it dry, and then die cut it. So super easy. Now I need to find in my mess, here we go, my little cloth, because I do want to see if I can take off a little bit of that anti-static powder. Let's see if the oils and stuff in my hands will kind of liven that paper back up again. Let's see here. And that's going to be pretty, I think. Okay, so we're liking this, I think. So let's go, let's do, I'm trying to think, do I want to pop them up? No, we're not going to pop these up. We're going to adhere them with my adhesive. That way maybe we put a little pop dot behind the sentiment and pop it up on our little pile of leaves that we have going on. But do you see now how I'm able to, nobody's going to know that that big peeled paint little blob just kind of came right out there on my pretty burlap background. Okay, and I'm just going to start kind of crossing over about like so. Kind of hold my finger down and let that glue attach there. And then now these that have the pretty green. Okay, so this guy, I think he's going to go kind of something like so. And let's do this guy. I'm going to put him down first. And notice I used every little bit of cardstock. And so some of my stems are cut short, but you know, we're not going to even be able to see that because I was strategically cutting our pretty shimmery paper. I'm going to cross that one over and hold it down. Now we're going to have this pretty card. Let's see here. Don't hide the splatter. Linda says, don't hide the splatter. Oh, we could probably keep it up. But I had so much fun testing the dyes, as I mentioned. Do you remember when I was telling you the other day, like the purple is going to lend itself to like Halloween. We've got some new sentiment dyes coming up. And so I cut some shimmery word dyes and sentiments. And oh my goodness, so much fun. We have a bunch of new lovely layers. Maybe some new lovely layers. Critters. You know, all the good things. All right, I'm just going to pop this up. I think I'm going to have it almost butt up right over here. So I'm going to put it down right there. And then this card doesn't even need like any pearls, gems, because there's the splatters going on. And then we've got all that beautiful shimmer in the leaves. Let me see if I can come in here. And let's see here. Isn't that cool? Look at all the different colors together. It gets me in the fall like vibe. I don't know. So fun and so easy. So fun and so easy. When will the new release be available? August. I don't want to give you a date, and unfortunately Lisa is not here. I'll give you the wrong date if I tell you that, so I apologize. I will be sure to tell you guys next week. Let's see here. Beautiful fall. I know we can think good thoughts for fall, but I don't think we're gonna have fall anytime soon. Let's see. The foil. Does the shimmer transfer onto your hands? No, it does not. I don't think so. But my hands, I've been crafting all day. I don't think so. No, and I've even got it like all over my desk. But that little, the little bits of mica in there are so itty tiny in those little spritzes that I don't know how, you know, and I'm messy. I'm messy. If you didn't catch the live on Monday, I suggest you go watch that because I go through and really describe what I'm seeing, like on my first sprays, for every single color. And so it was my initial, I hadn't sprayed them or anything yet until a Monday night on the live. What's the name of the stamp set for the sentiment? It is called Heartfelt Hello. Right here. Really good one. Just really fun. I mean, you have everything from like little punny things like, oh my gourd, it's your birthday, to, you know, sending cozy feelings of love. My favorite color is autumn. Enjoy the little things, fall breeze and autumn leaves. That one have been a cute one. Blessed beyond measure. Just a really great autumn fall sentiment set. And it has the coordinating dies as well. But, you know, with me adding it to my little circle here, we didn't need the coordinating dies. Let's see. The leaves, if you don't have them. Yes, the leaves are part of the set, and I don't know where they are in my mess right now, of the Lovely Layers fall foliage. Yes, Kelley, what kind of paper did you use to do the sprays? I did use, let me grab it and I'll show you. I used this mixed media paper. Let me see if I can get it here. And this is just like a thing that I had. You can get it at, maybe you'll even get it at like Target, Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Amazon. But I just had it and I thought, oh, I've got this big old pad of this. Let me just cut it up and see. But you don't need any kind of special paper. I will tell you that. You can spritz it on whatever cardstock you like. I've even saw Tim, I believe, spritz it on black cardstock, and it looks pretty even on black because you're going to get the really shimmer. Thank you, Denise. I can't remember, did you spritz the leaves on watercolor paper or regular paper? This is just mixed media paper, and let's see, what's the weight? 140 pound, but let me show you. Let me grab just regular paper. Okay, so this is just Neenah cardstock right here. So your basic, like, you know, what you would do, just your card making or coloring or whatever on. Let's see here. Let me find, let's do Peacock Feathers because I think this one's my favorite. Glossy cardstock. I have not tried it on glossy. I haven't tried it like on a Yupo paper or something like that. I don't know how it would set up or dry. I would imagine Tim has probably made it to where it can do all kinds of things, but we don't know. Okay, so do you see how this one, the Peacock Feathers, do you see that where you're getting the green and the blue? If you tilt it in the light, that's very blue. And then you can kind of tilt it again and you're going to get more of like green shades. So this one is pretty. Peacock Feathers, Barn Door, they're all good. They're all, see, and this one's not. And that's that green of the peeled paint. Isn't that cool? So cool. And then I even like heating it. And you can heat it and like bubble it. It's really fun. I like them. They're fun. Fun, fun, fun. Let's see here. Is easy to look things up, order, and track a wish list. Yes. And let me tell you this, because I had a question. Speaking of wish list, and then I'm going to let you guys go for the evening. We have questions all the time about the wish list not working correctly. Anytime you use our website or any website that runs on Shopify, so that is like the server or the host, right, for the website. If you will use the browser Chrome, Chrome, it works better with some websites than Safari. So take that as you will, but I'm scared to death of apps. Never tried adding one yet. I have never used our app. I have it on my phone because I need to have it for customer care purposes, but I've never shopped on it. So there is that. But yes, you can set up a wish list on the main website, and you can go and track and like click things off as you purchase them and do it that way. Let's see here. The Honeybee app is great. Thank you, Denise. Let's see. Can you put water in it and lift the color? I don't know. Whoops. Let's see here. It does reactivate it, and it does lift the mica. See that? So we were talking the other night that Tim is like the mad scientist, evil genius, like whatever you want to call him. Let's say mad scientist. So really, we're just like barely touching the tip of the iceberg, whatever that saying is, with like playing with these. There's probably all kinds of fun things that you can do with them. I like it because I have more, you're getting the little splatters, and it's not like just like this is very heavy because I sprayed it that way. But then we can also control, like I'm a little bit of a control freak. Like stuff like this and doing this kind of stuff makes me nervous a little bit. But I had a ball on Monday night, like playing with these. So that makes me excited. Let's see. These colors would be awesome on seashells. Yes, seashells. Another great, I will tell you, flower and seashell color is worn lipstick. So if you are thinking that you may want to get some of these to like die cut flowers, like obviously leaves, this would be my go-to. Oceany stuff, if you're going to do that. My go-to like red pink would be this one, worn lipstick, because it is a pretty pinky color. And it when you tilt it, you're getting a little bit of that coral shimmer. Do you see in there where you're getting that, just a little hint of a coral? This one will be my go-to for flowers and things. Let's see here. Plastic trays to do stuff. The sprays for the shimmer powder. Yes. Sometimes sometimes it is great to let loose. It just makes me nervous. Probably because I'm here with all of you guys. And so you don't want to make a mistake. But sometimes when we're just playing, it's fine. It does look good with the other colors. And you know, even the pink and the green, where you would think that you would just get a big bunch of mud, you really don't. Like if you were going to mix this pink and that green in ink, it would probably be a mess. Let's see, I keep a spray box under my tape. I know I need to keep a box too. I just wipe down everything when I'm finished. Okay, let's see here. Did Tim say if he was coming out with more colors? I can't remember. I don't remember what he said. I think as of right now, this is it. I hope he comes out with more colors. But I don't know. I don't know if he will or not. I would love to see more colors. I would love to see, like we have Barn Door, which is that very like rusty red. I would like to see like a like a true red, maybe like a lumberjack plaid red, if that makes sense. That would be fun. Even black soot in this for certain things would be really fun. A lighter brown maybe than the walnut stain. Listen to me. I'm just making my wish list. He's never done with colors, even when he says he is. I think he is like he loves the challenge and the science and the brain work behind it. So Tim didn't say. Didn't Tim say that Ranger was waiting to see the market reaction? That may be true. Lumberjack would be awesome for the holidays. Like this green right here and the red. So black soot would be cool. Yes, it would. A silver would be really cool. Like if he did like a lost shadow, or what's the other color? The other gray. If he called it that, but it read way more silver, like the fossilized amber reads. Hold on, let me hold it up here. See? That's the mica that's in. That's why that reads really gold when you spray it, is because, but if he did a silver one and one of the gray names, that would be cool. That would be really cool. Gold, copper, silver. Absolutely. I think. Yeah. Go back and watch his video. And I think since he did the initial announcement, I think he has done one of his videos, where he like breaks down and shows like how to use it with all the other distress products and things like that. I think he has done one of those since then. And then now there's a bunch of makers that have done videos with these. So check that out. I really don't know how to use them. Oh, there's so many ways. You can spray them over a stencil. So if you laid a design stencil down, you can spray them and then pick your stencil up and have the design underneath. The other night, I had embossed paper that had flowers in it, and I colored little parts of the flowers with this. Let's see, what else could you do? All the times, the splatter, like I did. Where's tonight's card? The splatter here, where you're just going to get the shimmer. So lots of different ways. And the science behind this is, of course, different than other things that he has put out. So I urge you to go watch Tim's video, because, of course, he's going to explain it way better than I could. But it's really cool. Hello in Kentucky. Yeah, the leaves turned out really pretty. And I love how they all just played well together. It didn't get muddy. It didn't get yucky. It just was amazing. And I don't know if I were to use, let's say, like one of the spray stains or something like that, I don't know if it would achieve that, because of the properties in this, and because it's almost like a I don't know if translucent's the right word. Like a clearer liquid. Do you see how the liquid in there, when it's not shaken up, you can almost see through it. It's a little cloudy, but then the color is all the glitter, all the mica that's down there. That is where the color's from. So I'm thinking that maybe why it blends and everything melds so well is because you don't have all this intense colored liquid. It's the mica in there that is the color. That's the shades that you're seeing. So I could be just making that up, but I don't know. But they blended beautifully, and it did exactly what I wanted it to do for fall leaves. So I love it. All right. We're planning a trip for Thanksgiving. Yay. The camera does it. It does not do it justice for how it acts in real life. It just, like, the camera can't pick that up. It's really, really pretty. And I went to town on these and like really sprayed that piece of paper very heavily. Like if you wanted to do, and sorry again, as I reach over here, if you wanted to do more of just like spritzy paper and you have let me see if I can strategically pull these out to where I'm not giving away like the fall release. If you wanted it to look more spritzy looking, you know, you don't have to cover all of the paper. See, this one is that the orangey color, the spice marmalade, and that's the peeled paint. Let's see what else I can show you here without. There is Uncharted Mariner. This one is the Twisted Citron. Do you see where if you look at it dead on like that, it almost has like a dingy, almost like a brownish color, but then when you tilt it in the light, hold on, let me get it just right. Do you see where then it turns green? And this is it spritzed over the top of a stencil. So if you'll look here, the spritzes are not anywhere that the white or where we have white here. That's because I had a stencil laying down over the top. And then you get, do you see down here where it's sprayed really heavily over the top of that? So that one was fun. Which one is this? This one may be, I don't remember which one this is. Weathered Wood, maybe? Oh, this one is Peacock Feathers, because this is the one that you're going to get the blue and the green together. It's kind of a chameleon looking one. This one is the Worn Lipstick. And this one is Picked Raspberry. This one's a shocker. It's so bright pink. And then I can't show you any of the rest of them because I've cut fall die cuts out of them. Excuse me. But super fun. If you're interested in watching any of this and like our initial sprays and me kind of walking through like using it for the first time, it is on Monday night's live stream. Okay. Thank you, Denise. You're the bestest. You're the bestest and the westest. Okay, did you have to put anything on the back of the stencil for it not to render? I did not. I just laid it down. I actually did that live on that video. I ink blended because somebody asked. I encouraged our friends here to ask questions like, if you want to see how something works, if I look up and see it, I'd be happy to, you know, try it out and answer the question. And somebody said, well, how does it look like tone on tone with the matching ink? And so I pulled out the Peacock Feathers Oxide and the Peacock Feathers Spritz. And that's when I just stenciled the Peacock Feathers. You can see where I just did a regular little brush on of the ink. And then I left the stencil down and spritzed over the top. And I didn't spray. I didn't use pixie spray. I didn't use tape. I didn't do any of that. I just laid it down. Yeah, the sprays are fun. Try it on the beach. Totally would be fun on the beachy stuff. I love the spritz. I'll probably try and use them on every card. I know, they're so fun. They're so fun. Okay. I don't think, do any of you have any more questions? Good night, guys. Thank you, Joanne. See you soon. All right. It is time for me to choose the winner. Let's do that. So I'll quit yakking your ear off tonight. And let's do our winner tonight is Miss Dawn Lee. She said black soot for Halloween, and I say absolutely exactly. Let's see here. Dawn, I hope you are still here. Dawn, if you will email me at customercare@honeybeestamps.com, I am going to send you a Honeybee gift card. And I'm going to be back on Monday. It's already Wednesday, you guys. I'll be back on Monday. Let's cross our fingers that Lisa has power and they get everything up and running. And I will see you then. Have a wonderful rest of your week, wonderful weekend, and stay safe and see you soon. Bye, friends.